Good morning. This is the second entry of my English education vlog. I'll try to speak slower and try to be more repetitive in these vlogs so you can shadow if you want. If you want to shadow, I'll try to be slower and try to be more repetitive so that way you could copy me and learn English a bit more. Yes, I did not get enough sleep again. I didn't get enough sleep yet again. Maybe only 5 hours, up to 6 hours, definitely. Only up to 6 hours. Yesterday, I started painting again. I haven't painted in 2 weeks, which is pretty shameful. It's embarrassing, it's shameful. I said to myself that I would become a painter, and I kind of stopped painting for 2 weeks. Yes, well, let's see what the progress is on what I left yesterday. It will be pretty frightening. I'm scared to look at it. First, I have to put on my glasses. First, I must put on my glasses. They're on. Let's check it out. The horror show. Oh my god, I'm scared. I'll put it down in the light. Yee, here it is. Do, 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 do. There. It's kind of scary. It's not that bad. It is kind of scary. It's not that bad. What do you guys think? This is only the underpainting. It's only the underpainting. So it's a thin layer of, well, they're supposed to be darks, but I guess I didn't put enough contrast. What is important in the underpainting is that I get the proportions right, which are inaccurate. They're pretty inaccurate, although I don't think it's that bad. It is frightening to look at. What do you think is at issue? At issue means that there is something wrong with it. What do you think is wrong with it? What can be improved? Man, that's scary. Well, once it dries, I'll be able to start the second layer. I think I have to shrink the lips and I don't know, maybe shrink the eyes. Maybe the nose is too big. Well, anyways, I haven't painted in 2 weeks, so that's my excuse. I could say a little bit more. This weekend, I did promise a student that I would read 50 pages. It was more like I was following up with a promise that I failed weeks ago, and my student challenged me to pick up again. So, to respond to my student's challenge, I said that I would read 50 pages. And I didn't specify whether it would be from one book or several books. So, I read from several books. It's a little bit of cheating, but it's as long as I could do 50 pages, it's kind of good just to continue a habit, just to build the discipline to continue habits. So I read a little bit from this book, a little bit from this book, and a little bit from this book, and a little bit from this book, and a little bit from this book. I didn't touch this yet because the English is kind of stodgy. The Japanese is kind of stodgy, kind of stiff. It's not a bad book, but it is partly an audiobook, which means I have to study harder. I guess I wanted to relax more this weekend. Yeah, it's kind of shameful, but today's word, shameful or embarrassing, and promise. What else did we learn today? Anyways, yeah, so I keep these by my futon. I would say bed, but it's actually a futon, which is like a fold-out little mattress that some Japanese people sleep on. By simply placing it on the floor, placing it somewhere, anywhere, it's portable, convenient, comfortable enough. I keep these by my bed or my futon so that way I could read them before bed. Keep them in one place in an order so that way it's easier for me to pick up. This book here, War and Peace, is not that fun. I thought I would like Tolstoy a bit more. Maybe it's just this novel. There's a lot of French in there. I want to recommend it, but I can't yet. Maybe the people who know French or specialists of the Napoleon War, or maybe Russian readers, or Russians who can read English, I guess. Well, they would have read it in the original, I guess. This person is amazing. Kristen Ross. I highly recommend her books. This is a book of theory and history and cultural analysis. It's a book about how the idea of May 68 was desensitized or was softened so that way the powers that be, as in like the dominant class, I guess, the hegemonic classes, could kind of make it less inspiring for others that may challenge their reign. I know that was a lot of high English, but anyways, her books are really good. My favorite book from her is the one on, what's his name? Arthur Rimbaud. Arthur Rimbaud. And yeah, this is the man right here. Kant is the man. This is only the first of 3 books. I'm maybe 80% through with it, which means I only understand about 5% of it or 10%. But once you finish this, you can move on to the next critiques, which are way more interesting and I think significant for my purposes. So I'm just trying to speed through this. I'm reading primary sources beside it just for the sake of understanding the arguments, not so much the text itself, but mainly the argument. And it's like not cultural, but historical, logical impact and philosophical impact. Yeah, I'm not actually going to take the N1 this year. My Japanese is very, very low, actually. It's just that I have the N2, which means that I was able to understand and read a lot, but due to lack of studying and due to lack of taking this seriously and due to not having studied in a long time and due to not being such a good student in general, my speaking Japanese probably like an N5 if not N4, or N4 if not N5. My English is pretty low too. But anyways, this is one way to keep me moving. This should help me. I just need a conversation partner. Anyways, that's it for now. Bye!